structures and have some flexibility.
Thank you, Mayor. And
So
Councilor
we need to
James.
get to the 67.
Yeah, and I met with Pat Laws Director as well as you on this, and I think my colleagues around this table know I'm very sensitive and compassionate about respecting other council members' districts. And if you believe that this is, the process is fair and the goal was met, I'm gonna wholeheartedly support you on this. It's your district, and I think you know what's going on in your district, and I think we should all be mindful of it. So if they met the goal, the residents were in favor of it, about 67%. I think therefore we need to support, well, this council member will support your effort in what you're doing.
Mayor Pro Tem Gonzalez, if I may jump in before the council members started, you asked the question of the planning department, do they go back and verify? They do not. The clear language of the survey begins, I, the undersigned, declare that I am the owner or authorized agent of the owner of the property located in the proposed High First Ward District, and it gives the property address, and they sign a legal affidavit.
May I respond?
Yes, ma'am?
Then I have other concerns that we're giving up other people's property rights for those that may or may not be presenting information accurately without verifying it. These are people's largest investment, Mayor.
They do also check that information with HCAT as a cursory listing of it.
And I'm looking at HCAT and I'm a little concerned about that. So it's just the questions are still there.
Yes, ma'am, I was trying to completely answer your question. They go, this is a legal document that they execute, then they try to match the names with the legal document through HCAT.
May I ask if the legal document is notarized as well?
No, ma'am. Thank you. Mayor Pro Tem Gonzalez.
Thank you. Appreciate that, Councilor Boykins. Just thank you. Colleagues, these are 55 homes, and I understand that there are concerns with the process and the ordinance, and I welcome what the mayor stated and Councilor Robinson, and I know the Vice Representative Davis also, in talking to him, suggested some ideas on ways to make this a better process. Absolutely. And these are always difficult because there's always going to be folks that are against it, just like there's obviously support for it. And in my office and working with community leaders, we actually carved out many others already in this process that were opposed. So there has been an effort to try to remove as many people as possible from not being there that didn't want to. But we do get to the point at the end of the day where if we just remove everybody, there is absolutely no proposed district that can come forward. So we have to respect the process that's been provided to the community, the citizens that are the applicants. So it's a tough exercise sometimes. I do hope that we can make this better and tweak it and obviously come up with better boundaries and find a better, fairer way to do it for everybody. But in this case, I think that the applicants did follow the process. And the planning department had community meetings, sent information out, English and Spanish, was available to answer questions. It went before the historic commission. So I think there's been a lot of due diligence in between. We're never going to get it perfect, but I think that this is as good as we can do it. And thank you very much for those voting in support of it.
Councilmember Costello.
Thank you, Mayor. And I'm really trying to find a way to vote for this. And so my question, may I address it to the city attorney. Can I amend the map at the table?
You could amend the map in so doing, recognizing that there is no specific provision to do so in the ordinance, and you would be thereby creating a precedent if council were to agree with you. I cannot say that it would be legally prohibited.
And I'd like to make a motion to amend the map. And my motion is to amend the map that the historic district ends at the east boundary of, I believe, I'm not quite sure what that street's called. It's not on the map here, which is just the next street west of Silver. And then amend the map so it would be the east boundary line of that street and the north boundary of Summer. That's my motion.
Point of order, Mayor.
First of all, let me deal with the point of order. clarify his motion, but go ahead.
Oh, wait, no, go ahead, go ahead.
Mayor, I have a point of order also.
Councilmember Radford.
Thank you, Councilman. Mr. Feldman, his motion actually is invalid because it modifies the percentage at the table. You don't have the percentage required, so this motion is invalid.
That's what I'm trying to figure out, whether, if he clarifies his motion, then I'll respond to your point of order. You have raised the appropriate issue.
I'm sorry?
Councilmember.
I think your motion is failed.
Councilmember Bradford raised the appropriate point, and I was trying to get you to clarify your boundary question, because if your boundary change reduces the level of support, it would be the motion would be out of order.
Okay, so then I will amend it to just take out 2 lots, which I think will keep us within the percentage, is that correct?
If-
Bring it here at the table.
Can you say what?
Give him, if we'll give him, yes, if you just give him a moment. Although I feel compelled to point out that the reason that we gave this authority to the planning director
I know, Mayor.
was that
I'm trying
we
to
specifically
move
did
forward.
not want to see council members substituting their rather imperfect knowledge of the situation at the council table.
Just as long as he doesn't look at the district E map, because this diagram looks just like district E.
And stay away from D.
And I would ask the district council member to probably huddle.
Mayor, we need to make a copy of the map so my colleagues can see it before we
Yes,
vote
sir.
on the motion. So can we defer it until we have a copy of the map for everybody?
I'm gonna ask if Councilmember Gonzalez, who made the motion that we immediately go to a vote on this, if compelled, I will rule his motion out of order. If you're willing to give him a chance to play with it, Councilmember, we can pause this item.
Yes, Mayor, we could pause this item. Again, I definitely understand the concerns with the map. I'm not naive to that. I think my concern was just to the process that they laid out and being respectful of not setting any precedent going forward, good or bad.
I'll just state for the record that I intend to vote against whatever motion he comes up with, because I don't think we should be doing this at the table. However, unless there is an objection, we will delay this matter until we can sort out the council member's motion so that we all fully understand it and I can judge and rule appropriately. There is no objection. We will table the item by motion, sir.
Mayor, just a point of order, in delaying the motion, when do you expect we would bring it back up? If we're in the middle of public debate, can we bring it back up
Yes,
at
sir.
that point in time and dispose of it?
Yes, sir.
Because I think we need to try to get as much of our business done before we go on.
Yes, sir, that is the intention. So I'm going to ask for a motion to table it until we can, or to delay it, to table it to later in the agenda. I've been corrected by the city secretary, postpone to later in the agenda when we can all fully see what he is contemplating.
Second.
Discussion, favor, opposed, motion carries. So